Hi, this is Grandma Laurie. Today's story is the Penpals, Ruby's story. Ruby, you've got a letter, Mom said, holding an envelope plastered with 1,000,000 colorful stamps. It's from far away, so please be careful when you open the envelope. A letter? What do you mean? No one writes letters anymore, Ruby said, looking at the envelope. Ruby looked at the return address. It was all the way from Germany. Now, Ruby was very curious. She lived in Australia. She didn't know anyone in Germany. Ruby carefully opened the letter. The handwriting was neat, making it easy for her to read. It was in English, thankfully. Ruby didn't know any other language. The letter started with, "Hello, my friend. My name is Lena, and I live in the city of Munich, in Germany." "Lena from Germany?" asked Mom. "That's a world away. Do you know where it is on the map?" Ruby shook her head no. Mom looked it up on her phone and showed Ruby. It really was the other end of the earth. Mom wondered how Lena got their address. Then she remembered she had signed a permission slip for their address to be shared for a pen pal assignment. Ruby didn't hear Mom as she left the room. She was too busy reading the letter. "My teacher gave us an assignment to write to someone on the other side of the world as a way to learn about others. I chose you because you speak English and live somewhere I'll never go," wrote Lena. The letter continued. "It's starting to get cold here. The days are already much shorter. Everything is sweater weather. The trees have turned a beautiful mix of fire red and deep gold. We've already started gathering chestnuts, which we'll roast once the first snow falls." "Chestnuts?" Ruby said aloud. "I don't know what those look like. I wonder what they taste like." Lena's letter was full of things like what her days were like, the smell of baked apples, her friends, and her favorite hobby, making little animals out of chestnuts using toothpicks and glue. Ruby could see all those things in her mind. She had a vivid imagination. She paused in her reading to look at the letter. The page had a nice feel in her hands. Because the handwriting was so neat, it really was easy to read. Ruby was used to reading everything online or on her tablet. Even in school, she didn't know that reading on paper could feel so wonderful. Lena continued describing her day, which sounded a lot like Ruby's days at school during her fall and winter. She was looking forward to the summer break, though. She and Mom were going on a trip to visit family and would spend a lot of time at the beach. She moved over to her desk and opened her computer to look up everything about Germany. Now, she was really curious. She was surprised by how old Germany was. She had never seen castles before, especially the big ones in Germany. Ruby thought, "I wonder if there was a princess who lived in the castle who was carried away by a handsome prince." "Ruby," said Mom, "it's time for bed." "Okay, Mom," Ruby replied. "Mom, can we make some baked apples tomorrow?" "Sure. It's not the season for it, but we can certainly make an exception," Mom said. Ruby closed her computer and got into bed, still holding Lena's letter. She fell asleep that night with thoughts of roasting chestnuts and fall colors. Next, in the Penpals, Lena's story. This has been Grandma Laurie. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the story. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and share so I can continue bringing you great stories. Thank you.